أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مثل الذين اتخذوا من دون الله أولياء كمثل العنكبوت اتخذت بيتا وإن أوهن البيوت لبيت العنكبوت لو كانوا يعلمون. إن الله يعلم ما يدعون من دونه من شيء وهو العزيز الحكيم. وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس وما يعقلها إلا العالمون. خلق الله السماوات والأرض بالحق إن في ذلك لآية للمؤمنين. أتل ما أوحي إليك من الكتاب وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. ولا تجادلوا أهل الكتاب إلا بالتي هي أحسن إلا الذين ظلموا منهم وقولوا آمنا بالذي أنزل إلينا وأنزل إليكم وإلهنا وإلهكم واحد ونحن له مسلمون. وكذلك أنزلنا إليك الكتاب الذين آتيناهم الكتاب يؤمنون به ومن هؤلاء من يؤمن به وما يجحد بآياتنا إلا الكافرون. وما كنت تتلو من قبله من كتاب ولا تخطه بيمينك إذا لارتاب المبطلون. بل هو آيات بينات في صدور الذين أوتوا العلم وما يجحد بآياتنا إلا الظالمون. وقالوا لولا أنزل عليه آيات من ربه قل إنما الآيات عند الله وإنما أنا نذير مبين. أولم يكفهم أنا أنزلنا عليك الكتاب يتلى عليهم إن في ذلك لرحمة وذكرى لقوم يؤمنون. قل كفى بالله بيني وبينكم شهيدا يعلم ما في السماوات والأرض والذين آمنوا بالباطل وكفروا بالله أولئك هم الخاسرون. ويستعجلونك بالعذاب ولولا أجل مسمى لجاءهم العذاب وليأتينهم بغتة وهم لا يشعرون يستعجلونك بالعذاب وإن جهنم لمحيطة بالكافرين يوم يغشاهم العذاب من فوقهم ومن تحت أرجلهم ويقول ذوقوا ما كنتم تعملون يا عبادي الذين آمنوا إن أرضي واسعة فإياي فاعبدون كل نفس ذائقة الموت كل نفس ذائقة الموت ثم إلينا ترجعون والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لنبوئنهم من الجنة غرفا تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها نعم أجر العاملين الذين صبروا وعلى ربهم يتوكلون صدق الله العظيم. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهدي الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن نبينا وحبيبنا محمدا عبد الله ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله. نشهد بأنه قد بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وجعلها على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. أعاذنا الله وإياكم منها. Let me try to put this on, inshallah, and we'll continue. أما بعد، يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه العزيز بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد. All praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We thank Him for all His bounties and blessings. We thank Him for the bounty of Islam. We thank Him for the blessing of sending Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam as a guide, as a messenger to mankind. We thank Him for revealing the Quran to Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, and then to all of mankind. We thank Him for making us among those, inshallah, who would witness a new Ramadan. We ask Him to make us among those who fulfill the acts of worship of Ramadan and get the full reward of Ramadan. Indeed, we bear witness that there is no deity or divinity worthy of worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. And we bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam is indeed the last of messengers and prophets sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to all of mankind with the message of peace and justice and mercy to mankind. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon His messenger Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, and upon his family and the companions and all the followers, inshallah. And may Allah accept us among those followers. My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I want to use the last Jum'ah before Ramadan, inshallah, not to remind you about adab and the etiquettes and the rules of Siyam, and I'm sure all of us are familiar with them, and I'm confident, inshallah, you've prepared yourself for that. I wanted to focus on a dua that our scholars have said is probably one of the most powerful du'as, short, few words, and actually one that reflects truly the most sincerity and submission by the person who makes it. That dua is Hasbi Allahu wa ni'mal wakil, or we say in the plural, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Very simple dua. We say it all the time. But I thought we'll focus on what does it really mean and why is it so powerful? Why do our scholars say it is one of the most powerful of du'as? The reason is simple. Hasb means it's sufficient. So hasbi, it's sufficient to me. Hasbuna, sufficient to us, plural. Na in Arabic means we, us. Hasbi means me. So when you say hasbiya or hasbunallahu, it is enough, it is sufficient for us to have Allah. It is sufficient for us to have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa ni'mal wakil, ni'ma means the best. It's like a verb. It's like an inactive verb if you want to think of it. Wa ni'ma, it means he is the best. Al-wakil is the one who, think of it as disposer of affairs, the one who takes care of matters. So when you say that dua, Hasbi Allahu wa ni'mal wakil, what are you saying? You know what? I don't care about anything else. Allah is sufficient for me to be my best of protectors. He is the one who is the best disposer of all affairs. What does it mean? You are truly submitting yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're saying everything else are tools. My degree, my intelligence, my money, my power, my connections, my business, my doctors, my job, my career, everything else are tools that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made. Instruments, adawat, asbab, that Allah made available. But the one who truly can make the difference is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because all these tools can disappear. Your money can disappear. Job can get laid off. Health, suddenly people find out they're diagnosed with disease. Everything else you counted on is not sufficient. Only one is truly sufficient, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you have them on your side, you don't worry about anything else being on your side. And if you lose Allah from having Him on your side, wallah, it matters not how many things and how many people are on your side. So that dua is a true expression of submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you say it, Hasbi Allahu or Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil, you're saying I'm submitting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fully. And it's a true, genuine expression of that submission. Where do we learn that dua from? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions it in the Quran, in Surah Al-Imran. الَّذِينَ قَالَ لَهُمُ النَّاسُ إِنَّ النَّاسَ قَدْ جَمَعُوا لَكُمْ فَاخْشَوْهُمْ فَزَادَهُمْ إِيمَانًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes those people. وَقَالُوا, what did they say? حَسْبُنَا اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلُ فَانْقَلَبوا بِنِعْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَفَضْلٍ لَمْ يَمْسَسْهُمْ سُوءٌ وَاللَّهُ ذُو فَضْلٍ عَظِيمٍ. فلم يمسسهم سوء واتبعوا، أي نعم، جزاك الله خير شيخ أنس، واتبعوا رضوان الله والله ذو فضل عظيم. So the verse, which has a nice context to it actually, that verse was revealed, and I will translate that verse, but that verse was revealed right after the Battle of Uhud. What happened in the Battle of Uhud? What happened? You can answer the Imam, the Khatib, it's okay. The Muslims lost the battle, right? And they went back to Medina. So what do you think after you lose a battle? What do? You regroup and you say, SubhanAllah, we lost, let's prepare for a battle next year and see what we can do. What did Muhammad ﷺ do? This battle was on, I think, the 15th of Shawwal, on a Saturday. Muhammad ﷺ, after they just had gotten back from the battle, he himself was injured, others were injured. What did he do? He gathered the army and said, I only want those who participated in the battle to prepare next day, on Sunday, the 16th of Shawwal, to go into another battle to catch up with the Quraysh army and the tribes. So he gathered them to an area called Hamra al-Asad, well-known area outside of Medina. And they led the army and they went camping there to catch up with the army that had just defeated the Muslims, subhanAllah. So they were scared. You know, the people of Quraysh sent their hypocrites, their friends, to scare the Muslims. So that's where the verse comes in. الَّذِينَ قَالَ لَهُمُ النَّاسُ إِنَّ النَّاسَ قَدْ جَمَعُوا لَكُمْ فَاخْشَوْهُمْ. The verse means those people, talking about the believers, the believers, those people who are told, hey, the people have gathered armies for you, so fear them. What did it do? Scared them? No. فَزَادَهُمْ. It actually increased them in faith, increased their faith. It's subhanAllah. And what did they say? So it increased them in faith, and then they answered. They said, حَسْبُنَ اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلُ. Allah is sufficient for us, and He is the best disposer of affairs. And then the continuation of the verse that says, so they return with favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and bounty. لَمْ يَمْسَسْهُمْ سُوءٌ. Basically, the armies of Quraysh left actually, because it said, who's going to fight people like that? These guys are not scared. I mean, if they come back few hours after we defeated them, this is not an army we want to battle with. They decided to leave. So nothing, no harm happened to them. And they pursued, they seeked pleasure, ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They wanted Allah's acceptance and pleasure. This is the believers. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and Allah is the possessor, is the giver of all bounties, all great bounties, indeed. So this is the context of it. What we learn also, this is, subhanAllah, something that the Muslims of Muhammad ﷺ's time were not the ones who started that. So maybe we can ask the brothers to come forward, because I see some brothers in the back, so we can make some room for them. It's difficult to be near the door because you smell good food outside. Very tempting. We want them to focus. We don't want anyone to be near the door debating when is this brother going to finish so I can go and eat the biryani. I know that it's dangerous. This masjid here, mashallah, the good food, alhamdulillah. So we'll make space for those coming. So what we learn from Muhammad alayhi salatu, our beloved prophet and messenger and teacher and mentor, is that actually we were not the first one to say Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. Who was the first one to say that? Sayyidina Ibrahim. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. When he was put by his own people on the fire, they wanted to kill him for rejecting their idols, for insisting on Tawheed. They wanted to punish him. And they wanted the punishment to be something that never happened before. Crazy, barbaric, scary, like Daesh does nowadays, the ISIS people. They wanted to burn him alive. That's what they did. Now we know these extremist terrorist groups, who are their teachers. Their teachers are, subhanAllah, the people who were torturing our beloved Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. So they put him on the stake. What was Ibrahim's answer? basically making that dua, Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. As the Prophet ﷺ tells us in the, try to get the hadith exact wording, he said, عن عبد الله بن عباس رضي الله عنهما قال حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل قالها إبراهيم عليه السلام حين ألقي في النار وقالها محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم حين قالوا إن الناس قد جمع لكم فاخشوهم. So basically what we learn is that, as Muhammad عليه السلام taught us, the first one that responded with, it doesn't matter, I'm not afraid of anything, I'm happy, I'm satisfied, it's sufficient for me to have Allah, was Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. Now the beauty of this, the verses that I recited from the Surah Al-Imran, 2 verses after that, Allah reminds us why He puts us through these tests. And then to see who says, I give up on my faith. Who says, I'm going to compromise on my faith so I can save my neck. I save myself, save my family. Allah explains to us why He does that. When He says in the same surah, few verses after that, Surah Al-Imran in verse 179, Allah says, ما كان الله ليذر المؤمنين على ما أنتم عليه حتى يميز الخبيث من الطيب. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Allah would never leave the believers in the state that you are in. Stability is not the way in life. Allah is saying, I will not leave you that way, claiming whatever you claim. And why? He said, I'm going to put you through a test. So, Allah says, until He separates the evil from the good. The ones who are good, the ones who are bad. These tests are normal in life. We also know in the other verse, حَسِبَ النَّاسُ أَن يَقُولُوا آمَنَّا وَهُمْ لَا يُفْتَنُونَ. Did people think they would be left to say we believe without being tested? وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّا الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ فَلَا يَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ صَدَقُوا وَلَا يَعْلَمَنَّ الْكَاذِبِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we've tested people before, nothing new. Hey Muslims, don't think you're special. We love to think we're special. We're going through the test. Every group of people who claim they believe before us, from the time of Noah alayhi salam, to the time of Ibrahim, to the time of Musa alayhi salam, to every prophet, going through to Muhammad, the prophets themselves get bigger tests and harder tests than us. So don't think we're special. This is part of Allah's test, as He says in the Quran. So why? So Allah will make it clear who are the truthful one, and make it clear who are the lying ones. The ones who lie, meaning the one who claim faith. Claim, hey, when it's safe, hey, we're all Muslims. When there's a challenge, I don't know them. These people, they're extremists. I'm a moderate Muslim. I don't do anything. I don't speak. I don't talk about politics. I don't help building masajid. I don't stand up against injustice. That's not my job. I don't know. These are the crazy ones. Subhanallah. No, there's a time when you have to stand up for what is right, what is just, in ways that please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us what is the reward of that. وَلَيَنْصُرَنَّ اللَّهُ مَنْ يَنْصُرُهُ وَلَيَنْصُرَنَّ اللَّهُ مَنْ يَنْصُرُهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this verse and another verse where He says, إِن تَنْصُرُ اللَّهَ يَنْصُرْكُمْ. Basically Allah says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives victory, gives support, gives success to those who stand by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What does it mean? You stand by Allah's message, Allah's deen, Allah's requirements. You stand by that, it's guaranteed for you. Your efforts will, inshallah, be concluded with success because it's coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is what I wanted to focus on, my dear brothers and sisters, as our community starts facing these challenges. Wallahi, we look around the world and we see, and sometimes we feel we are truly dependent on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now without any doubt. We see what is happening in Burma. Look at the Rohingya Muslims. No one cares. No one bothers to even look at their affairs. Wallahi, even so-called Muslim countries knew there are thousands of them stranded in the sea. No one wanted to take them in. No one complained to Burma. People running business as usual, nothing. Look at what's happening to our brothers and sisters in Syria. What has been happening in Kashmir? What has been happening in Bangladesh? Look what has been happening in one country after the other. And no one comes in because Muslims' lives are cheap. No one cares. No governments, no UN, no international organization, special, maybe human rights organizations speak up, but no one is making a difference on the ground. Imagine if this group was any other nationality or religion. Imagine if there were Jews in Burma, or Christians in Burma, or in Syria, or in Palestine. What will happen? Everybody will speak up. SubhanAllah. And this reminds us of what Muhammad ﷺ prophesied early on, what he told us. When he said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, يوشك أن تداعى الأمم عليكم كما تداعى الأكلة إلى قصعتها. He said, there will come a time when all nations will gang up on you, the way people coming to join a meal come and eat their food. You invite a group of people, you have a table, you put the food, you put the biryani in the middle, everybody come in, help yourself. He said there will come a time people will be dealing with you the way these are people coming to eat, and you are that food. We are the prey, we are the food. And then he says, actually he said that. So one of the people sitting there and asked the Prophet, said, وَمِنْ قِلَّةٍ نَحْنُ يَوْمَئِذٍ, are we few? Are we few? That's why we're weak, we're a minority? He said, no. بَلْ أَنْتُمْ يَوْمَئِذٍ كَثِيرٌ. On that day, no. You're going to be so many, 1.6 billion. One of the largest religions in the world. He said, وَلَكِنَّكُمْ غُثَاءٌ كَغُثَاءِ السَّيْلِ. He said, but you are going to become fluff. Like the fluff, the junk you see on top of the stream. After rain, you see the stream going, you see dust and straw and junk on top of it flowing with it. That's what we are. You're no substance. No one will fear you. And he said, وَلَيَنْزَعَنَّ اللَّهُ مِنْ صُدُورِ عَدُوِّكُمْ الْمَهَابَةَ مِنْكُمْ وَلَا يَقْذِفَنَّ اللَّهُ فِي قُلُوبِكُمْ الْوَهْنَ. ما معنى قذف الوهن في قلوبنا? He said, Allah will remove, he said, at that time you'll be fluff, junk, nothing, weak, no substance. He said, Allah will take from the hearts and the chest of your adversaries, your enemies, any fear or any consideration of you. Nothing. He will not, those enemies will look at you, it's like, they're Muslims, who cares? And Allah will plant in you wahan. What's it? So the Sahaba asked, and they're Arabs, they speak Arabic, said, what is wahan? He explained, he said, al-wahan, hubbu dunya wa karahiyatul maut. He said, loving of this dunya, loving of everything materialistic in this dunya, and hating death. So everything you're focused on, he said, O Muslims, you'll be focused on building your material life. Everything and when people get so attached to their material life, they're not investing in the akhirah. They're actually afraid to do anything that puts at risk that material life. And this is not to say we don't want Muslims to be successful. We want them to be the most successful. But it cannot control your heart. It cannot be your anchor. This is a tool, a vehicle to take you somewhere. A car, a nice, reliable car is good to have so you can go somewhere. Go to your job, take your family somewhere, but it cannot be your goal in life. So you're afraid to move. Imagine that what happens to us. It's almost like we buy a nice car and now we're afraid to drive because maybe it will get scratched. It will have some dirt on it. No. So we become paralyzed with this materialism. And this is exactly what is happening to our ummah in general. We're busy with building tall buildings, the largest mall, the largest airport, the biggest car, buying the most expensive this. As an ummah as a whole, not saying just us. We forget anything else that matters, our deen, our ummah. And then the rest notice that. So they have no respect for us. They look at us and they say, oh, these are the Muslims. They will not do anything. They will just blabber a little bit and not move and do anything about it. My dear brothers and sisters, change is something we can do, and Ramadan provides us that change, alhamdulillah. Ramadan forces us to change our schedule, the way we think, the way we act, the way we eat, the way we pray, how long we stay. So it's a good chance for us to use it to change the way we practice our religion. Alhamdulillah, we've learned over the last couple of days how individuals can make a big difference. Individuals, yes. We've seen how Muslims, when a group of hate mongers decided to meet outside of a masjid in Arizona, subhanAllah, the calmness of the Muslims was able to bring. So 200 anti-Muslim went to a masjid in Phoenix to insult the Muslims with arms and bikes, some neo-Nazis, and subhanAllah, the interfaith community gathered in the hundreds. Inside the masjid, there were 600 next day, maybe 1,000, some said, because of the perseverance, the wisdom of the way Muslims reacted, alhamdulillah. We see in 2007, a sister had a case and came to CAIR in Oklahoma about a hijab case. The Abercrombie & Fitch company had refused to give her a job because she wears hijab. Subhanallah. She went to CAIR. CAIR went to the EEOC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, to file the lawsuit against the company. And one court after the other, last week, the Supreme Court ruled in her favor, 8-1, that the company cannot discriminate against a person if they choose to practice their religion in a certain way that appears. This was a victory not only to Muslims. This is a victory for everyone who practices their religion in a way that is clear. A Sikh member who wears a turban, a Jewish person who wears a yarmulke. So subhanAllah, Muslims have moved from being a victim. Now we are champions, not only for our own rights, but the rights of all other people in America. But that took courage from that sister. Commitment, perseverance from that sister to say it's worth it. You know, how many of us face things and say, I will not act, you know, it's not my business. I'll just focus on another job. She decided and she said, I'm willing to get the attention, the negative attention, the attacks. It's very draining to go through all these court cases. But subhanAllah, she had the victory on behalf of all of us. Another example is what we saw with a sister flying, you know, on United flight. When she asked for the unopened can and they accused her, we cannot give you an unopened Diet Coke because that could be used as a weapon. She would have ignored it. She would have said, this happens to others, you know, sabr, I will commit, you know, our misunderstanding of sabr, you know, I will be patient. No, she said, I'm going to fight it back. And she used social media and she complained and organized. And alhamdulillah, eventually United Airlines apologized. And now that flight attendant who engaged in such behavior is no longer serving United customers. Because one person decided, my religion, my dignity is important enough. How many of us miss on these opportunities? Because we don't want to. We don't think we can win. We don't think we can make a difference. Wallahi, the examples that I have are many. I have so many examples. I wish I had the time to give you examples from our own area, even Southern California, where individuals made a huge difference for our community, for Islam, for Muslims. Do not ever belittle your potential and what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed in you as a capacity and capability and ability. What it matters is put your trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakeel, and then act. And you will see miracles happening. So we can counter the way Muslims are being treated around the world. And this is the place to do it. We have the freedom to do it. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the wisdom, give us the will to do it, because other than that, it's very easy. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive me any shortcomings and any wrong sayings from myself, and to forgive you, and inshallah grant us the ability to practice the best of worship during the month of Ramadan. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله ولكم فاستغفروه فيا فوز المستغفرين. استغفر الله. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. Again, I say كل عام وأنتم بخير, كل عام وكل رمضان وأنتم بخير. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this Ramadan of blessings, inshallah, in only a few days. If you follow the Shura Council, it will be Thursday. If you follow others, just stay tuned, as they say. Follow your masjid, that's your best thing. Ask when your masjid is doing it and start Ramadan, and please no fighting. Please no fighting, but when the moon is seen or not, focus on your area and be together. That's what matters. Alhamdulillah, whether we end up with a different date or not, doesn't matter. What matters is Ramadan itself, our unity among ourselves, even if others choose different ijtihad. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those who practice Ramadan fully. Ramadan is a month of ibadah, and ibadah is a very general, comprehensive word. Ibadah at the masjid, ibadah in the way we deal with each other, ibadah in the way we reconnect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, seek His forgiveness, and one form of ibadah is giving. The month of Ramadan is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving you that attention with extra reward and extra ease for you to do good deeds. because you're surrounded by people who are doing good deeds. Spend for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. 3 levels that I always remind myself. Your first level is your own community. If you don't take care of your own community, who is going to? Your masjid, your school, your community here, Lomita. If you don't generously spend for your community, don't expect us from Corona to come and help you. We have our own challenges there. Don't expect those in San Jose to come in. This is your community. Make sure you allocate enough time and money, resources to support the masjid. MashaAllah, your project is going to be one of the best, inshallah. Second, your ummahs in America. Support organizations that are helping our community in America establish Islam, counter Islamophobia, protect the rights of Muslims. This is our responsibility. Don't expect our brothers and sisters in Saudi Arabia, in Pakistan, in Afghanistan, in Bangladesh, and anywhere else to help us. This is our affairs. These are our challenges. And this is our money, and we have the money, alhamdulillah. So support these organizations. And last but not least, think about the global ummah, those who are suffering. This is the time to remember that Allah blessed us with something to test us, as our brothers and sisters in Syria and Palestine and in Egypt and Bangladesh and Burma and many other places are struggling. So this is the time to share what Allah has given us with those who are in need. Because we could be those people in need next time. So this is the time to look at all these relief organizations and say, I want to sponsor and help these orphans and these hungry people. And you will see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless you with every penny you give. 3 levels: your masjid, American Muslims, and the global ummah, because we are part of those 3 circles, in addition to the circle of humanity that inshallah is always on our mind. عباد الله إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد كما صليت وسلمت وباركت على سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا اللهم متعنا بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا وذرياتنا أبدا ما أحيتنا واجعله الوارث منا واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا اللهم لا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يخافك فينا ولا يرحمنا اللهم بلغنا رمضان اللهم بلغنا رمضان اللهم اجعلنا من عتقاء شهر رمضان اللهم تقبل فيه منا صيامنا وقيامنا ودعاءنا وسائر أعمالنا يا رب العالمين اللهم اجعلنا ممن يقومون ليلا ويصومون نهارا اللهم اجعلنا من المقبولين في رمضان اللهم اجعلنا من المقبولين في رمضان واغفر لإخواننا الذين سبقونا الذين توفيتهم يا رب العالمين واجرهم على صيامهم كأنهم معنا يصومون يا رب العالمين اللهم ارفع البلاء عن اخواننا المستضعفين المجاهدين في كل مكان اللهم نسألك ان تنصر اخواننا في فلسطين وفي الشام في سوريا اللهم انصرهم في مصر وفي بنغلاديش وفي بورما وفي افغانستان وفي باكستان وفي كشمير وفي الصومال وفي كل مكان يظلم فيه المسلمون اللهم كن معهم ولا تكن عليهم اللهم انصر واحمي اخواننا في اليمن واخواننا في ليبيا واخواننا في تونس اللهم كن معهم يا رب العالمين اللهم من أراد بهم وبالمسلمين خيرا فوفقه إلى كل خير ومن أراد بهم شرا وضرا فخذه أخذ عزيز مقتدر عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون اذكروا الله يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزدكم وأقم الصلاة شركة المنتفين نعم والله حافظ عن صوتكم الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
دائما أبدا لا إله إلا الله استقيموا واعتدلوا استووا تراصوا وترحموا الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ولا تحسبن الذين قتلوا في سبيل الله أمواتا بل أحياء عند ربهم يرزقون فرحين بما آتاهم الله من فضله ويستبشرون بالذين لم يلحقوا بهم من خلفهم ألا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون يستبشرون بنعمة من الله وفضل وأن الله لا يضيع أجر المؤمنين الذين قال لهم الناس إن الناس قد جمعوا لكم فاخشوهم فزادهم إيمانا وقالوا حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل فانقلبوا بنعمة من الله وفضل لم يمسسهم سوء واتبعوا رضوان الله والله ذو فضل عظيم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. إنا عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض والجبال فأبين أن يحملنها وأشفقن منها وحملها الإنسان إنه كان ظلوما جهولا. ليعذب الله المنافقين والمنافقات والمشركين والمشركات ويتوب الله على المؤمنين والمؤمنات وكان الله غفورا رحيما. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. وصليت على وبارك على محمد وعلى آله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. استغفر الله.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brother Husam Ayloush, our dear brother, mashallah, out of the busy schedule and running around, alhamdulillah, helping all the communities all over the United States. Mashallah, he was able to find time to come and share with us his khutbah. Next week, Khatib will be Dr. Ahmed Sabo. Tonight, family night, after Salat al-Maghrib, Sheikh Aziz Al-Abdin is coming. He will talk on preparation and spirituality about Ramadan. Tomorrow, Saturday, from 6 to 8 p.m., graduation event honoring scholastically high achievers in Southern California. So, inshallah, join them. Ramadan is scheduled, inshallah. First Tarawih will be Wednesday night, which is the 17th, and Isha Salat will be at 9:30. Right after that, inshallah, we'll start our Tarawih. First day of Ramadan will be Thursday the 18th, and daily iftar and dinner, mashallah, for 22 years we have been doing that. We will serve free of charge to all the communities coming here. Two best qaris, inshallah, will be in your masjid, led by our own Qari Anas Taghameen, mashallah, and Muhammad Ejazi, and there will be a third qari also to support, inshallah. Be mindful, no parking at all into the alley behind the muffler shop. Your cars will be towed away, or the 7-Eleven and Domino's. We all know that because of our beautiful masjid, which is coming up, the new building, the parking is limited. So, have sabr and come ahead of time, park the cars, outside the masjid, wherever you can park, and join us, inshallah. This is not a child caring, babysitting services. It's a center to accommodate, inshallah, all the worshippers. So don't use it as a babysitting place, dropping your children and running off to a mall to do shopping or watching movies or whatever some people do. So please, you're mindful of your own children. No chairs, don't bring any chairs. There are designated areas for chairs in the tent, and over here, you're not allowed to bring the chairs in the middle of the roads in front of the people, inshallah. The khurma, the dates, the best quality are here for sale also. The boxes are out there, $50 a box. So, pick up a box, make sure you pay. And 2 calendars have been posted for the food donations, one on the men's side, other on the women's side. And the calendars, mashallah, as every year gets full, more than half is already full. So please write your name on it. This Sunday is available, by the way, for iftar and dinner. There are some dates available for iftars also. So if you don't want to do the dinner, sign up for the iftar. More donations are needed to run your general operation of your masjid. Security guards and maid services, cleaning services, light bills, and so on and so forth. Burmese Muslims are being killed. And please, I'll ask the Sheikh to say the dua, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show the light to the government and the people, other countries around there, to protect our dear brothers. Halal food is being served. Brother Husam, alluded to. Fanu's live grill is making the food ready for you. So enjoy it. And I'll ask Sheikh to say the dua for second disease. Jazakumullah.
Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. اللهم أنت ربنا لا إله إلا أنت خلقتنا ونحن عبيدك ونحن على عهدك ووعدك ما استطعنا نعوذ بك من شر ما صنعنا نبوء لك بنعمك علينا ونبوء بذنوبنا اللهم فاغفر لنا فإنه لا يغفر الذنوب إلا أنت اللهم بنورك اهتدينا وبفضلك استغنينا وبنعمك أصبحنا وأمسينا هذه ذنوبنا بين يديك اللهم عليك توكلنا وإليك أنبنا وإليك المصير اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وعافنا واعف عنا وبفضلك أكرمنا ومن أشرار خلقك سلمنا وعلى غيرك لا تكلنا اللهم أعطنا ولا تحرمنا وزدنا ولا تنقصنا وأكرمنا ولا تهنا وآثرنا ولا تؤثر علينا وارفع مقتك وغضبك عنا اللهم ارفعنا ولا تضعنا واجعل الجنة هي دارنا ومثوانا اللهم تقبل منا صلاتنا وتقبل منا ركوعنا وسجودنا وقيامنا تقبل تذللنا بين يديك وتقبل دعاءنا اللهم انصر الإسلام وأعز المسلمين وأعل بفضلك راية الحق والدين اللهم انصر من نصر دينك واجعلنا منهم واخذل من خذل دينك ولا تجعلنا منهم اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا وعاف مبتلانا اللهم اغفر لنا اللهم تجاوز عن سيئاتنا ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولمشايخنا ولمن علمنا ولكل من له فضل علينا ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين بارك الله فيكم.